I'm Maggie, and today Martin Coffey joins me, and we're going to talk about the augmented reality side of affirmation cards. So welcome, Martin. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Margie.
Martin and I met through Smart Precinct, where we were connected. I had affirmation cards, and Martin was doing some app development. Is that the right terminology, Martin?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yep.
And we paired together, so we created a truly beautiful product. So we're going to ask Martin some questions to get to know him, and maybe he can help you guys out. So Martin, a bit about your...
So, like the drink, but spelled different. I'm the managing director and CEO of a company called New Entertainment. K's silent. But if you want to say the K's, that's fine with me. New Entertainment's focused on developing new experiences for new audiences using new technology, and some of that new technology is augmented reality. Margie and I met about a year ago with the mission to develop some augmented reality enhancements to her cards and her artwork, bring her art to life. And I suppose that's the main focus of the augmented reality in regards to art, is to take it from the flat perspective into a 3D perspective using your mobile phone and technology to do that.
And bring it to life. It did. It was amazing, the exhibition. So
yeah, yes.
We did, yeah, and people on their phones and showing each other and laughter and smiles. So we couldn't be happier. We were smiling because everyone else was smiling. So it was a great success. What are some of the other projects that you've been working on?
So my company is focused on new experiences, and some of those new experiences include casual games. So one of the products is called Dish Pinner AR, which is a game that's focused on spinning plates. You know, many of the acrobats, or many of some of the acts that you see. There's one where the guy's spinning the plates, and you'll run from one end of the room to the other, trying to keep them all up and spinning at the same time. Well, now you don't have to have any skill spinning the plates, but in augmented reality, you can take my app and turn it into a game and spin as many plates as you can.
Well, that sounds good, and no plates are broken.
Well, no, lots of plates are broken. Well,
but
no
real
plates
that you have to clean up.
No
real plates are broken. So that's good.
Another casual game that we've got is called Dish Masher. So say that fast and you get the idea. Dish Masher. Which is essentially a rage room in your pocket. So if you're feeling frustrated and you just need to vent, break some plates and throw them around the room. Again, make a mess without having to clean it up. Of course, there's AR Faces, which is Margie's application, where we take augmented reality and we use the affirmation cards to create a new experience with them. The game you can download, you can play the game where you place your cards virtually on your coffee table, and the affirmations will appear in space and float up, and you can choose your different affirmations within the app, and they present them every morning and have a look at them, just like using the cards but without the cards. And then if you do have the cards, what you can do is you can place the cards out, and the app will automatically recognize the cards and present a virtual experience with butterflies.
Very clever, Martin. So.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Well, you did all the work. So what do you enjoy about, or what do you like about creating apps?
Well, I suppose inside I'm an artist too.
Mm.
Um,
Well, you're definitely a creative to be able to. do
yeah,
what you
yeah,
do.
you have to be creative, and you have to be able to understand creative people to be able to interpret what they want to express,
Mm.
and then use technology to bring that out of the artwork. So finding that artistic empathy is important, and it's part of the experience that I like in terms of building apps. So if you come to me with an app that says I want to turn the label on my bottle of vodka into some sort of visual experience, then I'll look at the bottle of vodka and look at the artwork on the label and try and empathize with that, and then bring that out into 3D space.
Mm. Sounds great.
Mm.
Something to think about. That sounds great. All right, that leads us into, so since we did our app, technology sort of changes so quickly, and we used the app stores through the phones for Google and Apple. Are there any other options that are sort of available to people now, or are they still the best way to go, do you think?
Yeah, it depends on what sort of experience you want to have. If your experience is complex and there's a lot of content and you need it to perform well, then the app stores are probably the way to go. The challenge with the app stores, of course, is the person experiencing the augmented reality has to download an application, they have to understand how to use it, and then that can be challenging. There is new technology, but it's not necessarily new, but it's coming. It's presenting itself, which is called web AR. So instead of having an application, your browser like Safari or Chrome will be able to present the the augmented reality experience. Which is great because you don't have to download an application. All you have to do is scan a QR code and takes you to a website location. The website location then picks up with the browser and presents the augmented reality. That's great, but great for small experiences where there's not a lot of content and there's you don't need a lot of content. So one example is my business cards. If I show you my business card, I do.
So we have the marketing manager here.
Yeah. So if you see my business cards, there's a QR code on it. If you scan that QR code, then your browser will pick up. Thank you. The browser will pick up the website and then scan my business card and present you with my profile and a 3D animation.
Wow, that's clever.
Yeah, without having to download an app, which is fantastic.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Alrighty.
Oh, I don't know if we might be able to give a demo and then Margie can cut it into the cut it into the presentation.
We can try.
We can try.
That's all I can say is we can try. I'm still learning the technology things, but we'll try anything. We'll get this happening. Right, so what's the most frequently asked question that people ask you?
How do you do that?
Yeah.
And how much does it cost? Is usually so the first one is how do you do that? I tend to respond with, well, it's a bit like Colonel Sanders, right? You know.
Yeah.
He can tell you I cook chicken, but
you know, you can't give all your secrets
how
away.
do you cook the chicken? He says, well, I have 11 secret herbs and spices.
Yes, that's right. You can't tell everybody
Well,
exactly how.
Yeah, and a lot of it's very technical as well. So I find when I start explaining it to people, people tend to glaze over and start snoring.
That's me on the technical side.
And how much does it cost is a very hard question to answer because it depends on what the size of the project is, how much content there is, whether you're going to present it through an app or you're going to present it through the WebGL browser.
Yeah.
And basically you have to look at an hourly rate, and I charge as much as a plumber. So that gives you an idea of, if I invest
Yeah,
2 days work, then
that's a good way to explain it, because there are lots of different variables of how complex you want the app to be, whether the artist can supply images or whether you've got to source all of that. So
yeah,
there are lots
yes,
of different
and
variations.
whether I have to do any 3D modeling to build the content, also how that content interacts, whether there's animation, whether there's interaction with the user, and how that's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes when the plumber comes to your house and they dig your drains, then they say, oh, there's a problem. We might have to look at a variation in the work. One of the visions that I have is getting augmented reality to be a bit more like Canva, where you put your artwork up, then you select some content like turtles or animals or things flying around, or people interacting, or animations, different types of animations. Layer that on top using some tools online, and then you push the generate button, and it comes to you in the mail.
How cool would that be?
Yeah,
but I don't think we're quite there.
We're not quite there yet. No.
But that would be very cool.
That would be very cool.
See, forward thinking.
Stay tuned.
Watch this space.
Watch this space.
Are there any questions that you wish people would ask you?
Yeah, this is a hard one. No, I think you just come and explore and ask the questions. There's nothing off limits. There's no specific things that I need, that I wish I could talk about. It's basically going on that journey and exploring what your requirements are. The emotional response that will.
That's good to know.
Well, I'd like to do what Mark Zuckerberg's doing with Facebook and the metaverse. Big vision, in terms of creating a virtual space that is huge and that everybody can go in and interact with. That would be awesome.
Yeah, no restrictions.
No restrictions.
Question. It's just a fun question of if you could work on anything. So that sounds pretty neat.
Yeah, dream big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds amazing. Any other questions I should ask you that I may have missed? Do you think, Mark? We've covered off on quite a few different things.
Well, I came here today prepared to think, what is art? What is entertainment? Is entertainment art, or is art entertainment? Yeah. But I think we can probably explore the philosophical stuff some other time.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good. Alrighty, well, thank you very much for talking to us and letting people know sort of a little bit about you. And I was going to say, where can people contact you? Just go over that again for the end.
So you can contact me at mcoffee, one word, at Newk.com, KNEWK, but it's pronounced New Entertainment.
So can you go right up to the screen with that?
There you go.
Yep. Perfect.
And yeah, happy to talk about anything. Explore the future. Want to explore what we can do today. great. Yeah. Also, the website's got a contact form, so you can hop on there and ping me as well.
Lovely. And you can have a look at Martin's games as well on there
Yeah.
and stack the dishes. That could be fun.
Dish Pinner AR
Dish Pinner AR.
on the Apple Store and the Google Android Store as well, and the Samsung Store.
Oh.
And trying to get into China. Chinese love to spin plates, I've heard.
Oh, wow. Well, that'll be good. So, alrighty. Well, I don't think I've got any more questions for you, Mark. So, well, thank you for joining us, and I hope this was helpful for your next stage of the journey. So, if you're thinking about bringing your cards to life, then contact Martin.
Yeah, and if you want to see what it does, get a hold of Margie's affirmation cards and put them out on the table and download AR Forest of the Faces. Faces of the Forest, AR Faces of the Forest from the App Store, and scan your cards, and I think you'll be impressed.